people talk about saving money, changing investment strategies, changing this and that. Well, it turns out you can just change your font and save a boatload of money. Printer.com did a study, and they said if you change the default settings on your printer, you can save as much as 30% on your ink cartridge.
Yeah, I got that. You guys sent me that story yesterday, and I actually did it because I use my printer a great deal, obviously doing show prep and whatnot. I found that pretty interesting.
Yeah, Century Gothic, they're saying, is the one that saves the most money because it's like the slimmest but yet most readable. And here's a list of some of the ones that'll save you money versus the other fonts. Also, you can save 30% on your annual clothing bill by switching to a goth look. Turn of the century, because it's all black. And
is that coming back now?
Yeah.
The whole cure thing?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, on to a more serious topic. Oil. We see the price of oil going up. It hasn't reached, like $147 a barrel like it was back in 08. But do you think that $4 a gallon of gas is on the way back? And why does the price keep going up like this?
Well, you got a lot of geopolitical things that could affect this. If there was any sort of attack on Iran, you'd instantly see a spike in a barrel of oil anywhere between $30 to $40 a barrel. Right now, there's still a lot of capital out there, and sometimes that capital decides to flow in one direction. And once it starts flowing in that direction, it gets momentum. And that's what's driving the barrel of oil up. We're not seeing it so much at the pump. We've seen it creep up a little bit, but not to the levels that actual oil's going up, because there's plenty of supply out there. We've got tons of oil, tons of gasoline, no problems there. This is more or less a Wall Street thing.
Okay, but I mean, when do you think that we're going to see $4 a gallon gas anytime soon?
Like I said, it's impossible to tell. I hope not. It's one of these things that's impossible to judge. It's like trying to judge what a stock is going to do tomorrow, the next day. There's so many other factors.
Thursday, and that means, as always, we are joined by the Watchdog on Wall Street, Chris Markowski, talking about a bevy of topics this morning. Yeah. We'll start with somebody who's made a lot of money. Speaking of money, and who's maybe attempting to make some more money with this latest ad. Tiger Woods and Nike debuting an ad using the voice of his now dead father from obviously an unrelated speech of some sort, but take a look how they made it apply to today.
Tiger, I am more prone to be inquisitive, to promote discussion. I want to find out what your thinking was. I want to find out what your feelings are, and did you learn anything?
Kind of eerie.
Yeah. Chris, your thoughts?
First and foremost, we talked about Tiger Woods in a situation at last Sunday at Easter dinner, and at this point in time, I could have cared less about who Tiger Woods slept with. It's kind of like the weather. It's going to happen. You get these celebrities and these athletes cheating on their wives. When it got to the point this past week when it was found out that he slept with his neighbor's daughter, who he knew since she was 13, 14 years old, he is a borderline predator. After seeing this ad, I won't buy Nike products. This to me is disgusting. This guy, the porn stars and all that stuff, but a kid? I mean, that's predator status as far as I'm concerned.
But she was, for those who don't know this.
Would you want this guy?
No, I just wanted to put that out there.
He wouldn't be playing it.
Himself. He has a daughter, Sam. She's probably around 3 or 4 years old, and so you're thinking, the golden rule here, would he want someone preying upon his child when she got older and of age? No.
It's kind of like a professor sleeping with one of his students in college. I mean, it's wrong.
Yeah. It's
a power situation here. Like I said, he wouldn't be playing.
But what do you think about this ad? Because obviously Nike's trying to revamp his image, and they think, okay, we're going to go a totally different route. Seeing that, what do you think?
It's contrived. It's set up. It's they're trying to play in people's heartstrings, and I think people can see right through it.
Chris, usually I'm right on. I'm now the kitty cat on Jump Street here. I got to. I totally disagree with you on this. I think that if in the world of spin doctoring, when it comes to a product, you have got to do a re-overhaul, especially what he has gone through with Nike. Nike is a product. And Tiger Woods is that product. What I got from the commercial there is that he had to take responsibility not only to the public, but more importantly to his father, because he is a father himself. So what I got out of that commercial was, listen, you know, even to me, it spoke to me, is that we all have to be responsible for what we're doing. I think Nike realizes that, you know, down the road. I would hate for them to drop him now, and because down the road, when everybody's forgotten this whole mess, that they lost somebody that was so that the public really enthralled in, and I really appreciate this commercial for what it is. I don't know how you'd be offended.
Once you get a child involved, and it's really close to being a child, and I start thinking about it.
But don't you think Nike thought about that though? I mean, Nike had to think all that out. When all
I don't know, because that story came out after the commercial was put out. But that's the thing. The story just came out 2 days ago.
But you know they go, listen, Tiger, is there anything else? Listen, now's the time to come off and we get you off the cross, and now is the time for you to tell us everything. And they go, well, I got this going on.
I know she was legal, but I know she was legal, but she was 14 years old when he knew her. Would you want this guy as your neighbor?
Well, I knew my wife when she was 14. I was 17 though, but I mean,
yeah, it's important.
That's totally different.
But we hear about that all the time.
Well, you know what
about Susan Sarandon and Tim Robbins then? Then we can say the same. Well, I guess you didn't know him that long, but there's a big age difference there. It only matters what happened when it went there. So usually you're right on track, I feel. And what about the beard? Have you guys seen this?
Oh, yeah. Well,
yes.
The other thing people have been talking about is the beard. Now. You know, some people suggested that he's got this goatee now. It's sort of like the bad boy goatee, and maybe this is a signal that he's perhaps breaking up with his wife and so forth.
Yeah, my executive producers, she's yelling at us, it's hot. I actually agree that it looked better. To me, he seemed a little bit more real and relaxed when he had the whole goatee.
But is that part of a contrived effort to make him seem as such?
Publicist says, do this, you do this. Okay. It is what it is.
All right, well, it's an emotional thing for people. We want to hear from you. DailyBuzzNow.com. Click on the Talk to Us tab. Also, you can find more information about Chris's show, The Watchdog on Wall Street there. We're back in a minute.